Attorneys on Retainer, the industry leader in self-defense, raises the bar again with a huge new benefit for all of our members. Stay tuned. This is attorney Andy Marcantel and attorney Marc J. Victor from the Attorneys for Freedom Law Firm, here today to talk about something we are very excited to talk about, a new benefit. This might be one of the biggest ones we've ever rolled out. Have you ever wondered why, when the rich and famous go to trial, they've got more than one lawyer? In fact, they have a whole legal team, a whole bunch of lawyers in the courtroom during trial. You ever wonder why that is? We've put together a nice list of some notable high-profile cases, and wouldn't you know, they all share one thing in common. No matter the defendant, if they're rich and they're famous, they've got a team of lawyers.
You know, people who have been around a little bit longer remember the O.J. trial. This happened back in 1994. Man, when O.J. Simpson goes to trial, he doesn't have just one lawyer. Why do you think O.J. wanted 6 lawyers on his team?
All right, well, next on the list here, remember Kyle Rittenhouse, a very important case for self-defense from 2021. Multiple lawyers on that team.
Yeah, multiple lawyers on this one as well.
Alec Baldwin, another big celebrity. You remember his shooting case on the set of Rust.
We keep seeing the same thing, rich and famous. They want more than one lawyer.
Yep. Other big high-profile prosecutions. George Zimmerman. Hey, we've worked with Mark O'Mara before.
Yes,
one of the defense, the lead counsel on this case. Mark O'Mara counts for like at least 2 attorneys. I've worked with the guy. Aaron Hernandez, defense team. Very, very high-profile case. Hey, wouldn't you know? Look at all those lawyers. Multiple lawyers in trial, ready to go.
What a surprise. When you have the money, you bring more than one lawyer to court.
And the list could go on and on and on. I challenge you to tell me the last time you saw a celebrity walk into court for trial and there's only one lawyer sitting next to them. You're not going to see that very often. They're usually surrounded by a very competent legal team. And our pledge with AOR is to give our members the absolute best defense that is possible in a case. And, you know, if we were dealing with lesser charges here, right? If what our program covered was DUI coverage or something like that in misdemeanor court, then providing one lawyer might be sufficient. We might be able to back it up that, you know, one lawyer will be sufficient for the best possible defense. But given the nature and severity of the charges that you're likely to face if you act in self-defense, especially with a firearm, something like aggravated assault or a homicide charge, it's just not sufficient to have only one lawyer if the goal is to provide the absolute best defense. So this got us thinking, we need to supply our AOR clients not with one lawyer, with a legal team. We want to provide our clients the exact same type of legal team and expertise that the rich and famous can get.
Okay, so to be clear, because I want to be crystal clear on this, from this moment forward, if you are an AOR client and you go to trial on a felony case, you will have 4 lawyers in the courtroom with you. And we're not just talking the talk, we're putting it in our contract. Let me put it up on the screen for you so I can show you what it says. I'm now referring to Section 3, subsection F of the contract. Here's what it now says. Quote, at any felony trial, AFF shall provide 4 lawyers in the courtroom. There it is, folks. It's in writing.
And keep in mind, 3 of your lawyers are going to specialize in self-defense because they're from the Attorneys for Freedom Law Firm, and this is all we do. So that 4th lawyer, that's going to be your choice of lawyer from your local community. You pick your favorite lawyer who you like, and if you don't know one, that's actually our preference, Mark, because we like to hand select the best lawyer for the case.
And to be fair, we've been collecting quite a network of attorneys across the nation who we've already worked with, who have impressed us, where we have gone back to them again and say, hey, we got another case in your state. Can you jump in? You did a great job last time. So that's true. If you got someone you love, fine. If not, let us pick the best lawyer for your 4-attorney team at trial.
Yes, and you're still going to get all of our experts, all of our mitigation specialists, all of our paralegals. You're going to have at least 2 dedicated paralegals assigned per case, but usually we get more involved if it's a more serious charge. So we're looking to bring the dream team here. We want to put together the Justice League, and we want to bring it for every single case and give the $1 million defense to every single client. Now, this new benefit like so many other great new benefits that we're offering in the upgraded program, is only available to people who have upgraded their account to the new Attorneys on Retainer Association plan. So if you signed up to be an Attorneys on Retainer client after April 1st, 2025, good news, you're covered and you don't need to do anything. You're going to get this great new benefit. But if you signed up before April 1st, 2025, make sure to upgrade your account to the new program. Now, we're going to put the instructions for how to upgrade your account on the screen right now so you guys can make sure that you're going to get this great new benefit. If you don't upgrade, you're not going to get the benefits of the 4-lawyer package.
Yeah, man, I think about this as the heavy trial package because really, if you're going to trial on a felony case, what you care about is the best possible defense here. You oftentimes don't get a second chance here. And so having 4 lawyers, 3 of whom specialize in self-defense and the other 4th local attorney who you pick, all working together on your case, sitting there in the courtroom every day of your trial, I don't know how we could possibly bring a better criminal defense in a self-defense case for felony trials for our AOR clients than this new innovation.
Yeah, keep in mind, most of these insurance-backed programs don't even have lawyers per se. They have a network, right? They have a network of attorneys, and they call somebody in their network, and they hire that person in order to take the case. We're a law firm. We actually have a dedicated team of lawyers. We also have a network, so you get the best of both worlds. You get the best person in your area, and we fly out to you, 3 self-defense specialized lawyers to create the dream team, plus all the experts, plus the paralegals. We are really up in the game in the industry with this one, Mark.
Yeah, we're definitely bringing it. You know what we're doing? We're bringing it like we would want it brought for us if we were the defendant in a felony self-defense case. Some of our competitors do not have any lawyers on staff, right? They got to contract with lawyers, but the lawyers they contract with have to generally agree to follow their guidelines, their requirements. These can involve all kinds of problems like reporting things, possibly to an insurance company, possibly the billing rate. Like many of these contracts that I've read through, it says they have the lawyer that you get to select may have to be approved by them in the first place and has to agree to their billing guidelines. How much are you going to pay for a lawyer to defend you hourly? We never get that information in these contracts. You don't have to deal with any of that with AOR. You know exactly who your lawyers are. If you don't want the attorneys for freedom on your team, AOR is not the right program for you. If you know who we are, you know how we're committed to excellence, you know we're committed to self-defense cases. If we're the lawyers you want on your team, AOR is the only game in town.
Yeah, when people sign up for these programs, there's lots of different interests, right? There's lots of different things that they might be interested in when they're shopping around and trying to decide which one of these programs is right for them. There are different interests they might have, right? For example, the training is something that competitors offer that maybe they like with a different program, and maybe that's their primary focus when they're shopping around. But if your primary interest is to have an awesome legal defense team in case you are charged with a crime from acting in self-defense, look no further than Attorneys on Retainer.
Yeah, and as a criminal defense lawyer who's been doing this for over 31 years now, I can tell you, if you are facing a felony jury trial and you're looking at years of your life in prison, what you care about at that moment is having the best committed team in trial with you, sitting there at the table, focused on the one issue that matters in your case, which is self-defense. If that's what you care about, and it will be what you care about if you're facing a trial, nobody can compete with us in this industry on this point.
You mentioned something earlier about how our competitors in the field have tried to improve certain aspects of their program to match what AOR has been up to ever since we busted onto the scene a couple of years ago. And we think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I like to see them attempting at least to improve their contracts, though not all of those attempts have been successful. We have generally seen a rise in the quality of these programs ever since we busted onto the scene a couple of years ago. And so we want the same thing to happen here. So this is a challenge to all of our competitors in this field to raise the bar with us. We challenge you to match this new benefit that we are offering. Make sure to give your clients for lawyers. Make sure to give them a full, competent legal team if they have to defend themselves in court.
You know, Andy, I've heard other company representatives say they're big fans of the free market, that they love competition. Well, so do we. We're free market capitalists. We love competition. We want to see everybody in this industry raise the bar. At the end of the day, we're all in it together, right?
That's right.
We all have to deal with the same freedoms in terms of firearms. We all got to deal with the challenges of defending yourself in court if you get charged. We don't want to see good people going to prison for things that really should be legitimate acts of self-defense. So the better defense everybody gets in this industry, the happier we all are. So let's all raise the bar together.
So that is the new benefit, my friends. You will have 4 lawyers in trial if your case goes to trial on a felony case. And great news, it's automatically grandfathered in. You don't have to sign any new paperwork. We're updating our contract, which is available on our website, and it will now reflect that you are going to get what we've been calling the heavy package. You're going to get that full dream team showing up to defend you in trial.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about. At the end of the day, it's easy to say you're committed to excellence. It's a lot harder to actually be committed to excellence and deliver people really what they want here, which is peace of mind, right? We know what our market is concerned about. We got people who are worried that they're going to pull out a firearm and act in self-defense, are still going to get charged, and they're not going to be able to marshal the resources to really fight the state. That's all we do. We're on your side. We bring it exactly the way we would want it brought for us. I've been saying it since day one. We offer the defense we ourselves would want if we found ourselves in that situation. If I was going to trial and say, Andy, get everybody together. I want everybody in the courtroom. Let's get the best defense here. If we're going to do it for me, why wouldn't we do it for our AOR clients?
Yes, and as you mentioned, our staff is going to be very happy about this too, because whenever one of these cases come in, all the attorneys, all the paralegals are fighting to be involved in that trial. They're exciting, and they're very rewarding for us to go through as lawyers as well with our clients. And so the fact that more of them will get to be involved in more of these trials will be great. It'll be a total win-win. That's my favorite part about this, is that this is a total win-win between our law firm and our clients. All right, everybody, if you want to learn about the industry-leading self-defense program, go and check out attorneysonretainer.us. You'll learn all about our self-defense program and what it can do for you. Also, go check out attorneysforfreedom.com if you want to learn more about our law firm and how we defend people in the criminal justice system. Until next time, this has been attorneys Andy Marcantel and Marc J. Victor signing out.
Peace.